And welcome to This Is Now. First at noon, we're continuing to track yesterday's tragedy in New York. 4 people died in a brazen shooting in the heart of Manhattan, and police have started piecing together the gunman's motivation. Jared Hill reports.
Investigators now believe the gunman who killed 4 people at a Manhattan office building was targeting the headquarters of the National Football League.
He did have a note on him. The note alluded to that he felt he had CTE, a known brain injury for those who participate in contact sports.
Police identified the shooter as 27-year-old Shane Tamura. He died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. They believe he drove from his home in Las Vegas and walked into the Midtown building with the high-powered rifle in full sight.
So all of a sudden see a guy walking with an M4. Nobody on Park Avenue said anything. Everybody, I'm literally watching the man walk up to the building stairs.
You can still see shattered windows from the gunfire. The gunman walked into the lobby of the building and immediately shot and killed the off-duty uniformed NYPD officer who was working building security. Police officer Didaral Islam was a 36-year-old immigrant from Bangladesh. He had 2 children and a pregnant wife. Unarmed security guard Alan Detienne and real estate executive Wesley LePatner were also killed before the shooter headed to the 33rd floor and killed the final victim. But the mayor says that wasn't where he was planning to go.
From our preliminary investigation, he took the wrong elevator bank up to the NFL headquarters.
The NFL commissioner said an employee was seriously injured in the attack, and the rampage drew condolences from the New York Jets.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to all the families. It's always tough to hear things like that.
Tamira's online profile says he played high school football. Police say his note accused the NFL of knowingly concealing danger to the brain and asked that his own be studied. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Back here at home, city leaders are celebrating the acquisition of a new property to help expand HPD's headquarters. The half-acre lot is right next to the department's main station on Beretania Street. In the short term, it will be used as a parking lot for HPD personnel, but the future plan is to eventually build a multi-story facility that offers workspaces for HPD and other first responders and potentially provide workforce housing.
But it will serve as a purpose-built space to support our department's growing operational demands, and it's designed specifically for our employees and communities' needs in mind.
Lots of possibilities. We don't want to start too soon until we have a really clear game plan, but I can promise you we will max out this area inch for inch.
The city paid $8 million to acquire the property. New at noon, next year's election season is starting to take shape. State Senator Jared Kehoe-Kalole officially announced his candidacy this morning for Hawaii's 1st congressional district. The longtime Windward Oahu lawmaker is challenging Congressman Ed Case, who's been in the seat since 2019. Kehoe-Kalole says one of his top priorities is helping ease the high cost of living in Hawaii and slowing outward migration.
This is not right. That's part of why I got involved in office. Because people should deserve the right, local people have the right to stay here, raise their families, and enjoy the same lifestyle and livelihood that they grew up in.
And Case also officially announced today his intent to seek re-election. He served 4 full terms on the U.S. House Committee on Appropriations and ranks in the top 29% of congressional seniority. A tragic update to a fatal crash in Ewa Beach earlier this month. It has now claimed the lives of 2 people. The Honolulu Police Department confirms a 72-year-old man has died from his injuries suffered last week. He had been hospitalized since his car was hit by a fast-moving vehicle on Fort Weaver Road. The 37-year-old man driving the other vehicle was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 other people were taken to a hospital with serious injuries. There have been 45 traffic fatalities on Oahu so far this year, more than double the number at the same time last year. Meanwhile, a 30-year-old man is fighting for his life after a crash on the Pali Highway near Waikanaka Street. We're told his vehicle crashed into a guardrail at about 9:15 last night and that he needed life-saving treatment on the way to the hospital. HPD believes one of his tires blew out, causing him to lose control.
All right, well, happy Aloha Tuesday, everybody. Of course, we've been tracking the tropics very closely over the past couple of days. We've got Hurricane Iona off to the south and southeast of the island chain, and Tropical Storm Kelly. Just zooming in a little bit closer, you can see out there we've got this very strong storm that is Hurricane Iona. You can very clearly see the eye on the satellite loop. This is over the last 12 hours. It's continuing to churn further westward, and then Tropical Storm Kelly much weaker just behind it. Just giving you a quick look at the latest tracks from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center. Again, Hurricane Iona is a Category 3 right now. That is major hurricane status, and it's going to stay well away from the island chain. Let's give you a quick look at the forecast going forward. By the time we get to Wednesday evening, Iona is still a Category 2 storm, weakening as it continues moving further westward. A lot of the energy, the warm water available to Iona is being absorbed by Iona, not allowing much energy for Kelly. Kelly is expected to fall apart as we're going into this weekend. Coming up in my full forecast, I'll give you one of the reasons why these storms are moving westward and how they're not moving northward. I'll give you the full breakdown on that coming up.
Thank you, Drew. Former Kahuku head football coach Sterling Carvalho testified in circuit court Monday in his defamation and breach of contract suit against the DOE, a former player, and his father. Former school officials also took the stand. Kyle Chinen has more.
Multiple witnesses took the stand today during the injunction hearing, including Sterling Carvalho.
As I always do, I am transparent and I communicate with my team.
Carvalho reaffirmed his story on the stand this afternoon, claiming he was wrongfully terminated by the Hawaii Department of Education. The three-time state champion admits that he met with former student athlete and football team captain Manoa Hallams in 2023 after he was made aware of negative posts from Hallams' father on social media. Manoa claims that the meeting affected his mental and emotional well-being, but Carvalho says that was not the case.
Make sure his social, emotional, and mental well-being was right during that time, and that's why I would not change it, because I wanted to make sure if I did not care about this player, I would have said nothing, done nothing.
But nonetheless, he had a meeting with Manoa. His version of that meeting is that he did everything to help and support Manoa.
The investigation was prompted after Hallams filed a complaint with the DOE. Former Kahuku principal Donna Lindsay says Complex Area Superintendent Samuel Izumi made the final decision to terminate Carvalho.
He just told me what the decision was, and I did not see the final investigation report.
Did you have any input into the action that was taken by the CAS?
No.
Did a credibility analysis on both the statements of Coach Carvalho and Manoa Hallams, and according to the investigator, credibility assessment was conducted, and that as course of the investigative process, and that was what was stated in the report.
So you didn't do your own assessment of credibility here, right?
Correct.
Other witnesses who took the stand included Sterling's twin brother and assistant coach Stuart Carvalho and Kahuku Athletics Director Jillian Yamagata. Superintendent Keith Hayashi was called as a witness but did not appear. Both parties made their closing statements, and now a judge must decide.
At this point in time, now we just have to trust the process and let the court decide.
If we can't get some immediate relief, then, we're going to be in this for a long haul.
The father and son were not called as witnesses. Carvalho is suing the DOE for unspecified damages, but he's not seeking any money from the Hallams. Reporting in Honolulu, Kyle Chinen, Hawaii News Now.
Kyle, thank you. President Trump is on his way back to the U.S. after a busy trip to the UK, and the president met with other leaders about trade and the global crises in Gaza and Ukraine. Torian Small has the details.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
President Trump cut the ribbon for the new Trump golf course on Scotland's northern coast, then christened the links with a round of golf. During his visit to Scotland, Trump hosted British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, with starvation in Gaza a key topic of their discussions. Returning to London, Starmer held an emergency cabinet meeting Tuesday and announced a major policy change.
The UK will recognise the state of Palestine by the United Nations General Assembly in September, unless the Israeli government takes substantive steps to end the appalling situation in Gaza.
The U.S. has not yet agreed to recognize a Palestinian state, which Israel opposes. But Trump said Israel needs to allow more aid into Gaza as thousands are starving.
What will you say next to Benjamin Netanyahu?
We're working together. We're going to try and get things straightened out for the world.
While the president is pushing for a peace deal in Gaza, he's also pushing Russia to accept a truce with Ukraine, giving Putin 10 days to start talks or face more sanctions and tariffs.
Russia responded to the upped deadline with another round of missiles and drone attacks on Ukraine, which Ukraine says resulted in the deaths of at least 22 people. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thanked President Trump for the renewed pressure and called sanctions a key element toward an eventual peace. Torian Small, CBS News, Washington.
Nationwide, 1 out of every 5 children is food insecure. I'm Skylar Henry. We'll show you one Augusta food bank looking to solve that problem one box at a time. That's tonight's Eye on America.
And just before kids start heading back to school, a fun opportunity to train with the Rainbow Wahine soccer team. That's straight ahead. Well, welcome back. Many Americans are struggling to put food on their tables for their family. The government says food insecurity impacts about 18 million households. Skylar Henry reports.
Things are tight for Amanda Jones these days. Tight space in her boyfriend's car and tight margins on her grocery budget.
The retired accountant and grandmother lives on a fixed Social Security income. She says when it comes to food assistance, SNAP benefits are limited.
I get the elderly food stamps of $23 a month. So all the help that's out there for me without this place is $23 a month.
To fill her fridge, the 62-year-old turns to this local food pantry. Even with her own struggles, Jones is focused on others.
You are so welcome.
Delivering boxes from this pantry to 30 families across Hancock County, one of the poorest in Georgia.
Seemed ashamed to just come for myself if other people needed it. So I just started adding more.
Hancock County, Georgia needs more people like Amanda Jones. According to Feeding America, it has the highest rate of child food insecurity in the U.S.
I like my boxes made with love. I like when my families give, they be really appreciated.
About an hour away in Augusta, help for Hancock is on the way.
No child should go to bed hungry.
Abby Mufeld is with the region's food bank, Golden Harvest. Golden Harvest says 1 out of every 4 children in the region they serve is food insecure. Over in Hancock County, that number doubles. It's why in each one of these sessions, volunteers pack up more than 250 boxes that can feed more than 1,000 people.
I really feel like if more people came here, we could fix some of that.
And this summer, people are showing up. Volunteers, many of them teenagers, are stuffing these boxes. High schoolers like Noah Knight.
What do you get out of coming here?
You always feel great when you go home, like you're doing something for the community, like you're really helping people out.
It's a well-oiled machine, but it's under pressure, says Muehlfeld. Cuts to SNAP benefits may lead to a surge in demand at food banks like Golden Harvest. A CBS News analysis projects the latest budget cuts billions from SNAP over the next decade.
We're going to rely on donations, on the community, on grants, and trying to help fill that gap.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're going to make sure that we do what we need to do.
As for Jones, her mission is simple and sweet.
It's nothing big. It's milk. It's eggs. It's bread. If we're lucky, it's cupcakes. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Proving that even in the toughest of circumstances,
Y'all ready to roll?
all it takes is a little bit of kindness to feed the soul. For Eye on America, I'm Skyler Henry in Sparta, Georgia.
And you can help local families in need at the Hawaii Food Bank's annual drive this Saturday. It is the nonprofit's largest fundraising and donation drive of the year. You can drop off food or money at 6 collection sites across Oahu. We have a list of those up on our website. You can also make a donation online at fooddriveday.org. First Hawaiian Bank will match donations up to $50,000 during the drive day. The food bank says that means a gift of $25 on Saturday will help provide food for over 100 meals. Well, if your kid loves soccer or you just want them to burn some energy off in a fun and positive setting, you'll want to check this out. They have a chance to get free in-person instruction from some of the best players on island. Casey Lunn tells us how to sign up.
Yeah, and those best players, they're right behind me. It's the UH Rainbow Wahine soccer team. They're starting just now, today, their first practice of the season. So this is an exciting time. But I was excited to tell this story because here's what happens. It's the second time they've done this, thanks to Raising Canes, who partners with UH Athletics, the Barefoot Soccer League. They're putting on that free soccer keiki clinic. It's happening in Kaimuki High School August 9th. The reason we're doing this today is so that you can sign up in time because those spots are going to fill up fast. You can go to hawaiinewsnow.com for all the details on that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but first we've got Coach Bud with us from UH Women's Soccer. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for coming on so bright and early.
Yes, well, I stole you away for just a couple of minutes because we wanted to talk about the clinic. And I want to just talk about the excitement behind today. You know, we talked earlier with Krista Peterson, your senior who was injured last year. She's coming back. She was so fired up. The girls, I heard them cheering.
The music's going. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. What's this like for them? The first practice of the season, and what are we looking forward to this year?
I think there's some jitters, you know, always on the first day, you wonder what everybody did over the summer. It's kind of like the first look that we get. Being a hands-off, you know, no contact with our players from a soccer perspective during the summer. So coming out today, I mean, everybody was here at 6:30 and had a good warm-up. They're getting underway. We got some dancing going on. So that's a good sign to me that they're loose and approaching their fitness assessments with a little bit of a stronger mentality than we have in the past.
Oh, love it. I love to hear that. August 14th, season opener. August 21st, home opener at Waipio. Come support these women. I want to ask you, though, about this keiki clinic. This is the second year, correct?
Second year.
This is awesome. Tell me a little bit about what it means for the girls and what it means for the kids.
I'm not sure who's more excited, to be honest. As soon as they found out we were doing it again, they were all about it. The opportunity to interact with our young people and to provide some guidance and just have a little fun together. This is what it's all about. So I think everybody's excited.
And skill level doesn't matter, just 6 to 13?
Nope. All you need to do is come with a smile and a good attitude. That's it. And a soccer ball and water.
Yeah,
don't forget
soccer ball and water. You heard it here first.
Sunscreen.
But other than that, it's absolutely free. Coach Bud,
thank you so much. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate you.
Yeah, likewise. And a reminder, they're a home opener, the 21st. The season opener, though, on the 14th. All the details with the clinic, if you want to register, you need to do that today. At hawaiinewsnow.com. We'll send things back into the studio for now.
Hey, thanks, Casey. Stick around. Coming up after the break, we'll walk you through our full first alert forecast. We've got some sunshine and windward sprinkles throughout the rest of this week and tracking some fire danger over leeward areas.
First Alert Weather with Drew Davis.
All right, well, happy Aloha Tuesday, everybody. Of course, over the past couple of days, we've been watching the tropics very closely. Luckily, none of the storms to our south are going to impact us too much, and we've got a lot of sunshine in the forecast going forward. Sunshine and windward sprinkles. Of course, we also have first alert for you, some fire danger possible over leeward areas. It's going to be breezy and dry out there over the next couple of days. Again, I do want to walk through the latest forecast from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center. This is Hurricane Iona and Tropical Storm Kelly out there. Hurricane Iona, again, is a Category 3 storm. This is a major hurricane, and Tropical Storm Kelly is much weaker. It's right behind it. Here's the latest track from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center. They're both going to weaken as we're going into Wednesday and Thursday, continuing to move off to the west and really falling apart as we're going into this weekend. A big question that we've been getting on all of our social media accounts and also sent to us in the First Alert Weather Center is, why won't these storms move northward like Iniki did in 1992? Of course, you can see the actual path of Iniki right here, just turning right and going directly into Kauai. What happened here in 1992? The short answer is the development of this low pressure system. It was north of the state. This is called a mid-latitude cyclone. It's the same kind of situation that you have on the continental United States. These low pressure systems bring cold fronts closer and really bring cold air up from the Arctic and polar areas to the north. And sometimes we even see some impacts of those low pressure systems of the mid-latitude cyclones moving across the northern Pacific. But that mid-latitude cyclone weakened the high pressure system to the north of Hawaii, and the low pressure was steering away from that high pressure system that it weakened towards the mid-latitude cyclone to its north. That's why it actually steered northward. And this is the setup that we have right now. We've got strong high pressure system keeping the low pressure system south of Hawaii away from the island chain. That's how we know these systems are going to continue moving further westward. Breaking down the overall weather pattern, here's our island by island forecast. This is over on Kauai. We've got scattered morning showers and partly sunny conditions expected over on Kauai. 90 degrees in town tomorrow, 89 in Kapolei, 90 in Waianae, and then 84 in Kaneohe. Moving over to Maui County, it's going to be sunny and windy out there, 90 in Kahului, 89 in Kihei, and then Kailua Kona around 87. And then we're going to sometimes the graphics like to advance on their own, but we're seeing the chance for some showers possible over in Hilo as well. West and south facing shores seeing a little bit of a boost for this afternoon and relatively flat on north facing shores. Here's your 7-day forecast. I promised a lot of sunshine out there, and again, we are tracking the chance for some fire danger over leeward areas.
Thank you very much, Drew. Well, what if I told you there was a way to score free Miller Lite around town this weekend? We'll explain in 2 minutes. Well, this is a story that I feel many would pay attention to. It's about to be Miller time. Miller Lite's celebrating its 50th anniversary in a big way. The brand is giving away 50,000 free beers at bars across the United States. They'll be offered at nearly 500 bars in more than a dozen states on August 1st, which is International Beer Day. Here in Hawaii, Pitch Sports Bar, The Social Honolulu, and Valor are all bars participating in this offer.
It's definitely Miller time, and we've got some other beer stories. If you don't drink beer, you can now eat it. Guinness is teaming up with Van Leeuwen Ice Cream. The sweet treat is made of Guinness-flavored ice cream with chocolate chunks. Van Leeuwen Ice Cream is known for creative flavors and has teamed up with other savory brands like Hidden Valley Ranch and Kraft Mac and Cheese.
A lot of fun there. A lot of great offers.
Also, Coors deodorant.
Information you need for today.
It's been a great day.